अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। इदानीं वयं नृसिंहतापिनी उपनिषदायां द्वितीयं भागम् अपि अनुभविष्यामहे। आगच्छन्तु। நரசிம்மதாபினி பூர்வ உபனிஷத்தை பார்த்தோம். இப்பொழுது இரண்டாவது உபனிஷத்தை அனுபவிக்க இருக்கின்றோம். We will be looking at Nrsimhatapini Upanishad's second bhaga. देवाः वै मृत्योपाप्मभ्यः संसाराच्च बिभीयुस्ते प्रजापतिमुपाधावंस्तेभ्य एतं मन्त्रराजं नारसिंहमानुष्टुभं प्रायच्छत्तेन वै ते मृत्युमजयन् पाप्मानं चातरन् संसारं चातरस्तस्माद्यो मृत्योपाप्मभ्यः संसाराश्च बिभीयात् स एतं मन्त्रराजं नारसिंहमनुष्टुभं प्रतिगृह्णीयात् स मृत्युं तरति स पाप्मानं तरति स संसारं तरति तस्य ह वै प्रणवस्य या पूर्वा मात्रा पृथुव्यकारस् स ऋग्भिर्देवता ब्रह्मा वसवो गायत्री गार्हपत्यः सा साम्नः प्रथमः पादो भवति द्वितीयान्तरिक्षं स उकारः स यजुर्वेदो विष्णुरुद्रास्त्रिष्टुप् दक्षिणाग्निः सा साम्नो द्वितीयः पादो भवति तृतीयाद्योः समकारः स सामभिः सामवेदो रुद्रो आदित्यां जगत्याहवनीयः सा साम्नस्तृतीयः पादो भवति यावसानेस्य चतुर्थ्यर्धमात्रा सोमलोक ओङ्कार सोतर्वणेर्मन्त्रेर्धर्ववेदस् संवर्तकोऽग्निर्मरुतो विराडे कर्षिभास्वती स्मृता सा साम्नश्चतुर्थः पादो भवति अष्टाक्षरः प्रथमः पादो भवद्यष्टाक्षरस्त्रयः पादा भवन्त्येयं द्वात्रिंशदक्षराणि सम्पद्यन्ते द्वात्रिंशदक्षराणि वा अनुष्टुभवद्यनुष्टुभा सर्वमिदं सृष्टमनुष्टुभा सर्वमुपहृतं तस्य सहितस्य पञ्चाङ्गानि भवन्ति चत्वारः पादाश्चत्वार्यङ्गानि भवन्ति सप्रणवं सर्वं पञ्चमं भवति हृदयाय नमः शिरसे स्वाहा शिखायै वषट् कवचाय हुम् अस्त्राय बडिति प्रथमेन संयुज्यते द्वितीयं द्वितीयेन तृतीयं तृतीयेन चतुर्थेन पञ्चमं पञ्चमेन व्यतिषजति व्यतिषिक्ता वा इमे व्यतिषिक्तान्यङ्गानि भवन्ति ओमिद्येकाक्षरमिदं सर्वं तस्मात् प्रत्यक्षरमुभयता ओङ्कारो भवति अक्षराणां न्यासमुपदिशन्ति ब्रह्मवादिनः तस्य हवा उग्रं. So basically the first paragraph or the first two paragraph, what they are talking about is Once upon a time, all devas got really scared. Devaha vai mrutyopapmabhyaha. Due to mrityu, they got scared of death. Papmabhyaha, they got tainted with sins. Bibhi yuste, bibhi means bhaya. It's the word bibhi yuhu means they were all frightened by all this papas, the samsaras, and they came running to Prajapati Brahma and asked them to save. At that time, Prajapati Brahma gave them the Upadesham, or he preached Mantrarajam Narasimhamanushtubam Prayaschatena Te Vaite Mrutyumajayan Papmanam Chataran Samsaram Chataran Tasmadyo Mrutyoho Papmabhyaha Samsarascha Bibhiyatsa Etam Mantrarajam Narasimhamanushtubam Pratigniyaatsa Mrutyum Tarati. So at that time, Brahma told that whoever is being scared of anything in this world and this worldly life and this very horrifying samsara should do the anusandhanam or should chant this mantra raja, so that their sins will be gone, their mrityubhaya will be gone, and they should be able to confidently live this life and cross this ocean of birth and death and attain amritatvam or immortality. That is the essence of this first couple of paragraphs. And then he talks about the mantra vidya here. अष्टाक्षरः प्रथमः पादो भवद्दिष्टाक्षरस्त्रयः तस्. And then the third one talks about the Mantraraja itself. Tasya hava ugram pratamam sthanam janiyadhyo janite somrutatvam gacchati veeram dvitiyam sthanam mahavishnum tritiyam sthanam ज्वलन्तं चतुर्थं स्थानं सर्वतोमुखं पञ्चमं स्थानं नृसिंहं षष्ठं स्थानं भीषणं सप्तमं स्थानं भद्रमष्टमं स्थानं मृत्युमृत्युं नवमं स्थानं नमामि दशमं स्थानम् अहमेकादशं स्थानं जानीयाद्यो जानीते सोऽमृतत्वं च गच्छति एकादशपदा वा अनुष्टुभवत्यनुष्टुभा सर्वमिदं सृष्टुमनुष्टुभा सर्वमिदम् उपसंहृतमनुष्टुभात् सर्वमनुष्टुभं जानीयाद्यो जानीते सोऽमृतत्वं गच्छति. Before even telling the actual mantra, here Prajapati Brahma explains the 11 letters Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Nrisimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. He says that whoever knows Namami Dashamam Sthanam Aham Ekadasham Sthanam Janiyadyo Janite Somrutatvam Cha Gacchati. Whoever knows these 11 letters in 11 different positions of Mantra Raja, 11 words or padas, will attain immortality. So, and then he tells about the greatness of this Anushtub Chanda. Anushtuba Anuštubhavatyanuštubha Sarvamidam Anuštubha Sarvamidamupa सर्वमिदं सृष्टमनुष्टुभा सर्वमिदमुपसंहृतमनुष्टुभा सर्वं तस्मात् सर्वमनुष्टुभम्. So everything is being created and absorbed and sustained all by this anushtub meter, and whoever knows this anuštubham or this meter of anuštubha janiyadyo janite so amrutatvam gacchati will attain immortality. देवाः वै प्रजापतिमब्रुवन्नत कस्मादुच्यत उग्रमिति. Now devas understand that there is this beautiful mantra called Mantra Raja. It has 11 letters, and then they go and ask Brahma, Kasmaduchyata Ugramiti. Why should we call? Why is he called as Ugram? So beautifully, Brahma now explains the reason behind that. सहोवाच प्रजापतिर्यस्सा यस्मात् स्वमहिम्ना सर्वान् लोकान् सर्वान् देवान् सर्वानात्मनः सर्वाणि भूतान्युद्गृह्णाद्यजस्रं सृजति विसृजति विवासयत्युद्गृह्णाह्यत उद्गृह्यते स्तुहि श्रुतं गर्दसंयुवानं मृगन्नबीम् उपहत्मुग्रम् मृडा चरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते निबबन्धु सेनाः तस्मादुच्यते उग्रमिति. So here the very first ugram, a mantra from Sri Rudram of Yajurveda is being invoked here. Mridaja ritre rudrastavano anyante asmanniva bandhu sena. So Parameshwara is in his Ugra Bhava, and that's what Nrusimha represents. Namaste Rudramanyava Utota Ishave Namaha. So the very first verse of Sri Rudram pays respect to Manyave, the uncontrollable anger of Parameshwara towards the sinners of this world. So, like that, wherever there is unrighteousness and adharma prevailing, Nrsimha would appear there and sustain the rule of dharma. That's what he represents, and that is why he is in his Ugra Bhava. Deva. So Prajapati Brahma says, Sarvan Lokan, Sarvan Devan, Sarvanatmanas, Sarvani Bhutani, Udgrunnas, Yajasram Sujati Visrujati. One who is able to create and then sustain and also absorb. Basically, the destruction or samhara is being described as absorption out here. So, one who is able to create all the worlds, all devas, all living beings, and everyone, one who is able to create and absorb, is called Nrusimha, and that's why he is called as Ugra, and he also invokes this Vedic mantra. Now, let's go to the next one Veeram. Atah Atakasmaduchyate Veeramiti. Now, Devas say, why is he called as Veera? Yasmat Samahimna Sarvan Lokan Sarvan Devan Sarvanat Manas Sarvani Bhutani Viramiti Viramayat Yajasram Srujati Visrujati Vasayati Yato Veera Karmanyas Sudruksho युक्तग्रावाजायते देवकामस्तस्मादुच्यते वीरमिति. So very Brahma again explains viramati viramayat srujati visrujati vasayati. So one who allows all the lokas and all the devas to take rest in him. Viramam is called rest, is called Nrsimha, is called Veera. That's why he is called as Veera. He creates all the worlds and people and everything and absorbs them into himself. And that's why he is called as Veera. And Yato Veera Karmanyas Sudruksho Yuktagra Vajayate Devakamas Tasmaduchyate Veeramiti. So a Vedic mantra is being invoked in the second part, and then he says tasmaduchyate viramiti. That is why, because of that is one why he is like uh, praised as Veera. Atak atakasmaduchyate mahavishnumiti. Now the third nama Gram Veeram Mahavishnu is called Mahavishnu. Devas asked, why is he called as Mahavishnu? Yes, so Brahma answers to that question. Yes, yes, Samahimna Sarvan Lokan Sarvan Devan Sarvanat Manas Sarvani Bhutani Vyapnoti Vyapayati Sneho Yata Pallapindam Shantamulamotam Protamanu Vyasam Pal व्याप्तो व्यापयते यस्मान्न जातः परो अन्यो अस्ति य आविवेश भुवनानि विश्वा प्रजापति प्रजया संविधान त्रीणि ज्योतिंषि सचते स षोडशीं तस्मादुच्यते महाविष्णुमिति. The word Mahavishnu actually is derived from the word Vasaha, means prevailing or living. So, Sahanam is a character in Sanskrit, means patient. Sahishnu means a person who possesses that character. Similarly, Vishnu means omnipresent or omniprevailing, prevailing everywhere. So basically, that's what Brahma here explains to Devas. Sarvan Devan Sarvanatmanas Sarvani Bhutani Vyapnoti Vyapayati. One who is prevalent in all the lokas, all the Devas, and all the human beings and all the living beings. Vyapnoti Vyapayati. Right? So who is present there and who makes everyone being present there, and that is why he is called as Mahavishnu. Tasmaduchyate Mahavishnumiti. Now, Jwalantam is a word, means Jwalanta means one who is brightening. So now they ask, Atah Atah Kasmaduchyate Jwalantamiti. So then Brahma answers, Yasmat Swamahimna Sarvan Lokan Sarvan Devan Sarvanatmanas Sarvani स्वतेजसा ज्वलति ज्वालयति ज्वाल्यते ज्वाल्यते सविता प्रसविता दीप्तो दीपयन् दीप्यमानज्वलञ्ज्वलिता तपन्न तपन्वितपन्त तपन्वितपन् संतपन् रोचनो रोचमानः शोभनः शोभमानः कल्याणः तस्मादुच्यते ज्वलन्तमिति. So now, once again, Brahma continues, Sarvan Lokan, Sarvan Devan, Sarvanatma Atmanah, Swamahimna, Sarvani, Swatejasa, Jalati, Jwalayati. So, one Lakshmi Nrsimha with his own tejas or brightness is shining and makes all the worlds, all the living beings and all the devas shine with his tejas. That's why he is called as Jwalanta. And now Vedic mantra is being attached to this. Savita Prasavita Deepto Deepayan Deepyamana Jalanjalita Tapan Vitapan Santapan Rochano Rochamana Shobana Shobhamana Kalyana Tasmaduchyate Jalantamiti. So now the next pada, Sarvato Mukha means one who is present everywhere or one who is able to see everything, right? So Atak Kasmaduchyate Sarvato Mukhamiti. Devas again ask Brahma, why is he called Sarvato Mukha? So now Brahma continues. Yes, Yasmat Swamahimna Sarvan Lokan Sarvan Devan Sarvanatmanas Sarvani Bhutani संयमनिन्द्रियोऽपि सर्वतः पश्यति सर्वतः शृणोति सर्वतो गच्छति सर्वत आदत्ते सर्वगः सर्वगस्तिष्ठति एकः पुरस्ताद्य इदं बभूव यतो बभूव भुवनस्य गोपाः यमप्येति भुवनं साम्पराये नमामि तमहं सर्वतोमुखमिति तस्मादुच्यते सर्वतोमुखमिति. So very beautifully Brahma continues with the explanation of why he is called as Sarvatomuka. यस्मात् समहिम्ना सर्वान् लोकान् सर्वान् देवान् सर्वानात्मनः सर्वाणि भूतानि स्वयमनिन्द्रियोऽपि सर्वतः पश्यति सर्वतः शृणोति सर्वतो गच्छति सर्वत आदत्ते सर्वगः सर्वगस्ततिष्ठति. So Lakshmi Nrsimha, without any indriyas, he is able to see everything, he is able to hear everything. Sarvata shrunoti sarvata sarvatah pashyati sarvato gacchati, he is able to go everywhere. Sarvata adatte sarvagas sarvagastastishtati, so he is get into everything, he's go everywhere. He is able to make all the living beings, all the devas, all the lokas, and all the created beings to see, hear, and smell, and all that. And that's why he's able to see them, he is able to make them also see all of that. And that's why he is described as sarvato mukha. Tasmaduchyate sarvato mukhamiti. So the next one, atah kasmaduchyate nrsimhamiti. Now comes the pinnacle of why he is called as Nrusimha. Yasmat sarvesham bhutanam viryatamashreshtatamascha simho viryatamashreshtatamascha tasman Nrusimha asid parameshwaro jagadditam va etadrupam yadaksharam bhavati pratadvishnustavate वीर्याय मृगो न भीमः कुचरो गिरिष्टाः यस्योरुषु त्रिषु विक्रमणेष्वधिक्षियन्ति भुवनानि विश्वा तस्मादुच्यते नृसिंहमिति. Why is he called Nrisimha? Devas asked them. Brahma continues, यस्मात् सर्वेषां भूतानां अम्ना वीर्यतमश्रेष्ठतमश्च सिंहो वीर्यतमश्रेष्ठतमश्च तस्मान् नृसिंह आसीत् परमेश्वरो जगदिदं वा एतद्रूपं यदक्षरं भवति. So Parameshwara incarnated as Simha or a lion, because lion or lioness is called as the king of the forest. Shreshtatamo Virjatamaha is the greatest or the noblest of all the animals. They live in groups and they rule the forest. Viryatamaha, they are very fearful, and they hunt and eat only when they are hungry. They have some rules, even being animals. So that is why Parameshwara incarnated as Nrisimha. Shreshtatamashcha वीर्यतमश्च तस्मान् नृसिंह आसीत् परमेश्वरो जगद्दितं वा एतद्रूपं यदक्षरं भवति. So basically, Parameshwara came to this world as Nrisimha, and that Swarupa of Lakshmi Nrisimha, Tadaksharam Yadaksharam Bhavati, means it's indestructible form. So now comes the Vedic mantra. प्रतद्विष्णुस्तवते वीर्याय मृगो न भीमः कुचरो गिरिष्टाः यस्योरुषु त्रिषु विक्रमणेष्वधिक्षियन्ति भुवनानि विश्वा तस्मादुच्यते नृसिंहमिति. Thus, lions being the most noblest and fearful and the most powerful animals of the forest, Parameshwara incarnated as that lion, as Nrisimha, in the form of half lion and half man form, and that form of Parameshwara became immortal, and that's why he is called as Nrisimha. Tasmaduchyate Nrisimhamiti. Now next one is Bhishana. Atakasmaduchyate Bhishanamiti. Why is he called Bhishana? यस्माद्भीषणं यस्य रूपं दृष्ट्वा सर्वे लोकाः सर्वे देवा सर्वा सर्वाणि भूतानि भीत्या पलायन्ते स्वयं यतः कुतश्च न बिभेति भीषास्माद्वातः पवते भीषादेदि सूर्य सूर्यः बीशास्मादग्निश्चेन्द्रश्च बी मृत्युर्धावति पञ्चमा. So Brahma again continues, Yasmad Bhishanam Yasya Rupam Drishtva Sarve Lokas Sarve Devas Sarvani Bhutani Bhitya Palayante Swayam Yatakutaschana Bibheti. So who is fear, who is basically threatening and frightening to all the lokas, all the living beings, all the creatures and all the devas, and who never gets frightened, but he is his very form is threatening to everyone who do adharmas. So that is Lakshmi Nrsimha, and that's why he is called as Bhishana. Now the Vedic mantra comes into picture. Bhishasmadvataha पवते बीशाते बीशादेति सूर्यः बीशास्मादग्निश्चेन्द्रश्च मृत्युर्धावति पञ्चम इति तस्मादुच्यते भीषणमिति. There are five things that are getting frightened, it seems. The Bishasmadvataha, Vata means the wind, Suryaha, then Agni, and then Indra, Mrityurdhavati Panchamaha. The Mrityu runs away when it sees Lakshmi Nrsimha, and that's why he is called as Bhishana. So beautifully, Brahma says, Iti tasmaduchyate Bhishanamiti ata kasmaduchyate Badramiti. Why is he called Badra? So, and we see that even Kali is described as Badrakali. So all these mantras and all these discussions basically occur in Atharva Veda, and this Bhadran Karnebihi mantra is there in all the Upanishads, but that is the one which Brahma is going to invoke later. Badro ismat swayam badro bhutva sarvada badran dadati rochano rochamanas shobhanas shobhamanas kalyanah. So Lakshmi Nrsimha Yasmat Swayam Badro Bhutva, he being Badra means very auspicious, very Shubha. He being very auspicious, he takes away all the bad qualities, all the poverty, all the bad qualities like anger and like the jealousy and everything from us, from whoever goes close to him and he who meditates him, he takes all the bad qualities. Badro Bhutva Sarvada Badran Dadati. He is himself auspicious, and he also gives away all the auspicious things to his bhaktas. Rochano Rochamana Shobana Shobhamana Kalyanaha. So this is more like an Ashirvada mantra in weddings and others. Rochano Rochamana Shobana Shobhamana Kalyanaha. They would say, and then when people give presents, the priest will be telling so and so is giving this and that, like that. So that mantra is being invoked here. And then Bhadram Karne Bhishrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashye Makshabir Yajatra Sirairange Stushtuva Gumsatanobihi Veshema Deva Hitan Yadayu. So let's hear all good things. Let's see all good things, auspicious things. That's what this mantra means. And then Brahma beautifully declares Tasmaduchyate Badramiti. That's why he's called as Badra. Now comes Mrityu Mrityum. Parameshwara is called as Kalantaka, as we know. So similarly, Parameshwara's avatara, who is Lakshmi Nrsimha, also Mrityu Mrityum, when he gives death to death and makes us immortal. अतकस्मादुच्यते मृत्यु मृत्युमिति. Devas ask, why is he called Mrityu Mrityu? Yasmat Swamahimna Sarvabhakt Swabhaktanam Smrita Eva Mrityumapamrityum Cha Marayati. Mada paladha yasya vishwa upasate prashivang yasya deva yasya cham chayam mritanyo mrityu kasmai deva yahabisha vidhema tasmaduchyate mrityumiti. So beautifully, this Upanishad declares the greatness of Lakshmi Nrsimha, who is Parameshwara. Yasmat Swamahimna. Brahma says, Yasmat Swamahimna Swabhaktanam Smrita Eva Mrityum Apamrityum Cha Marayati. So there are two kinds of deaths. Mrityu, Apamrityu. Means Mrityu means death in on time. Very old person passes away, or due to some normal reason somebody passes away. That is Mrityu. Apamrityu means what? Death due to accidents, death due to diseases, etc. etc. Sarveshwara and Nrisimha beautifully, he Marayati, he basically uh, beats off, and he kind of like avoids, helps his bhaktas avoid both mrityu and apamrityu. Means what? They attain immortality. How do they attain immortality? By seeing one's own self, they attain immortality with the graces of Lakshmi Nrsimha. That is the antarartham, or the actual internal meaning which we would take from this. Then comes the Vedic mantra here. Ya atmada bhalada yasya vishwa upasate prashivam yasya deva yasya cham yasya cha yamrutanyo mrityumrutu kasmai deva yahavisha vidhema tasmaduchyate mrityumiti. That's why he's called as mrityu. Atah kasmaduchyate namamiti. यस्मा यस्माद्यं सर्वे देवा नमन्ति मुमुक्षुवो ब्रह्मवादिनश्च प्रणूनं ब्रह्मणस्पतिर्मन्त्रं वदद्युक्तं यस्मिन्निन्द्रो वरुणो मित्रो अर्यमा देवा ओकांसि चक्रिरे तस्मादुच्यते नमामीति. So why is he called Mrityur Namamyaham? Right? So Namami, why he is called Namaha? Why he is being praised like that? Devas ask Brahma, and Prajapati Brahma continues. Yasmadhyam sarve deva namanti. So all the devas come and worship him. Namanti means what? Namaha means I praise you and I worship you. They worship him. Brahmavadina Mumukshuvo Brahmavadinascha. Not only devas, all the mumukshus are people who are very much interested in attaining Jivan Mukti or Atma Jnana or Moksha. Those are called as mumukshus. Brahmavadinascha, one who analyze all the Upanishads. Our Adishankara Bhagavad Pada is a first mumukshu who actually did Anusandhanam, who did read this Upanishad and write Vyakyanam. So Shankara, people like Prahlada, people like several other Nrisimhas who are all Mumukshus and Brahmavadis, all say Namanti, Namanti, and they praise, they bow their head to Lakshmi Nrisimha, and that's why Paduchyate Namamiti. That's why he's called as Namami. Now comes the very important Padam Aham Atakasmaduchyate Ahamiti. Why is he called Aham? Brahma continues, Ahamas me pratamajarutas rutasya purvan devebhyo amrutasya napi abhayi yoma dadadi sa idameva sa sa ideva mava ahamannamahamannamadantamadmi aham vishwam bhuvanam भवां सुवर्णज्योतिर्य एवं देवेति इत्योपनिषत्. So this is a famous mantra from Samaveda which says Ahamannam Madantamadmi Aham Vishwam Bhuvanamabhyabavam Suvarna Jyotihi. So one he says Ahamannam, I'm becoming the food. For who? For the Parameshwara. And then Suvarna Jyotihi. So Aham Suvarna Jyotihi. One sees that divine golden light within oneself, the Atma Sarupam, and that's why he's called as Aham. So Tasmaduchyate Ahamiti Tyopanishate. So, like that, Brahma finally concluded the mantra, blessed all the devas by telling the actual meaning. So, Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvatomukam Prasimham Bhishanam Badram Mrityurnamamyam. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. So, these two are Mahamantras, but Nrusimha Mahamantra is capable of even blessing us with Atma Jnana and understanding our Atma Swarupam without any doubt. And that is why Adi Shankara Bhagavatpada wrote a Vyakhyanam or like a commentary on this Upanishad. So let's all enjoy the greatness of Lakshmi and Simha and take the blessings. See you in next video. Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Sri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham.